The characters we play in MTV Shuga Down South are fictional.
But the issues we face and the drama we go through aren't.
In MTV Shuga IRL,
we step out from in front of the cameras
and bring you the real people facing what we as actors only pretend to.
Here we go, ready?
Camera is set.
Action.
I am Thuso-Mbedu and I play Nick-Mutuma.
My name's Stephanie and I play the role of Tsholo on Shuga. Tsholo is a 16-year-old mixed-race girl. She decides to get a blesser.
Just started. Shh. Why just started?
My very simple understanding of a blesser is a man or a woman that is much older than their partner, and they provide for them, whether it be financially or materially, in exchange for sex.
I think there are definitely a lot of young girls who are like Tsholo. They're not exactly 100% prepared for the consequences of having a transactional relationship.
Hey! Hey!
One of the blessers that I have heard of, or there was a big story on, was this guy called Serge. And what really stood out for me was his attitude towards being a blesser. He wasn't shy about it, he wasn't ashamed. It was more like a badge of honor. I think it's linked to the fact that he just feels, well, I have all this money and I like having nice things and good things and in the form of women, and if they say yes, what's the problem?
I met Serge at a mutual friend's birthday party. All of a sudden, this waitress comes and she's like, some guy says he wants to get you champagne. So I'm like, what? A glass of champagne? She's like, no, actually he wants to buy a bottle of champagne. I knew he was a blesser. I thought it was what a blessee situation was. He's older than me. I'm younger than him. He does things for me and just me in that equation.
I bless my girl, look after them, take good care of them, take them out for shoppings, pay their rent. Those who qualify to be blessed, those are people that I'm blessing. Qualify is about how you behave.
Just for today, I'll take you so I can bless you with lunch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take you for lunch and then take you again for massage. Let me surprise you today because you deserve that. I know that's what you love.
So Serge gives me money. If I say to him, oh, I just saw a nice shoe, he'd ask where, He doesn't say no. If I had to ask him something and say, Serge, I need this and this and this and this, I already know that he's going to do it.
What are you gonna weigh? I just wanna see if I'm gonna prove it.
He always has an opinion of what I should weigh, how I should put on my makeup. He doesn't like this, he doesn't like that, but I think I'm used to it now.
When I bless you, you need to bless me back too. You understand? When I take you, when I give you the happiness, you need to give me the happiness too. I show you the kingdom. You understand? You need to show me the heaven too. I can have about, they say 5 to 10 girls. Doesn't matter how many girls I have. If I can afford, that is my own decision because I'm a man. I'm the king of the house.
Finding out that I was not the only girl or the only blessee or whatever they want to call it, it broke me, because yes, he's a blesser, but I had grown emotionally attached, I guess. I'm an emotional attacher. That I get attached so quickly. Do I feel like I'm respecting myself? It comes to mind that maybe I'm not, but at the end of the day, I'm doing it. Why am I doing it? I don't know.
Me and my sister had the same blesser. When you get a blesser, you have to submit to him. If he says the sky is pink, you better believe the sky is pink. You cannot go anywhere, do anything without his permission, literally. We became almost like prisoners. He will call you at really awkward hours, and then he'll say, listen, get up, put on this and this, come to this place now. It got to a point where I told myself, I would rather go live in a shack somewhere and drink water than to have to put up with this guy just because he gives me money. You become a slave.
So, Leo season 5 is Leo like you've never seen him before. He's aggressive, he's impatient, he's on a journey, he's seeking redemption. We're used to seeing lovable Leo, everybody's homie, the cool, shy, sweet guy. But things take a drastic turn in the 4th season, whereby he tries to rape his girlfriend, Sophie. Leo doesn't think he's done anything wrong. He feels like she led him on. I think that a character like Leo is really important because this is something that's happening a lot more than people imagine. Here in South Africa, for example, only 2% of cases where a woman is raped by a partner are reported. Like, that's mad, man.
I was 14 when I met Dwayne. And he was like 17. Okay, I won't say he was charming. I don't know, I just liked him because he was a boy. None of my friends liked him. One of my friends, she's like, this guy just brings this bad spirit when he's around you. And then I would always defend him. No, man, stop being like that. You need to be happy for me. And then I would just shut them out. I was happy. Okay, and then we started fighting. It started when I was like 19, but I took it lightly. I didn't know that it would get serious. We were arguing, but we were arguing in front of people. So the people left, and then he just started smacking me around. Yeah, it became a habit for him to start beating me in front of people. He physically assaulted me a lot. I didn't press charges because he was my boyfriend at the time.
CliffCentral.com. It is Friday morning. This is Sex Talk with John Tsholo and Tamar, and some really fascinating, interesting, and beautiful people with us this morning.
I'm a director and a filmmaker. I'm directing on Shuga, and on my blog, in the episodes, we'll be dealing with abortion quite intimately.
I play a role in Shuga.
Yes.
Her name is Kensani.
So she falls pregnant.
So she falls pregnant, and she has to make a decision if she's going to have an abortion or not.
I'm about to, I'm putting in the blood.
Episode 9, scene 24, slate 795, take 1.
Action.
So somebody's joining us who's been through this experience recently. Okay. She's going to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Good morning, Miss Anonymous.
Good morning.
The decision to have an abortion, was that yours? Was it yours and your partner's together?
Initially, I wanted to keep the baby. I wanted to try and make it work. But then with the circumstances around me, I had to have the abortion because I had no real support from the people that I wanted it from. I met a guy, my mom used to own a kitchen in Loop Street, and I met him there while working at the kitchen. And it was nice in the beginning. We had fun. He used to come there after work and meet up with me, and then we ended up dating. Yeah, and then I fell pregnant. Then we looked at the relationship in a different way. So I did the first test, and it came up positive. I'm like, nah, it's a false positive. Next day, I went and I got 3 different brands, and I was like, flip. So I kept all 4 of them, and I gave it to him, and he freaked out, and then he had a blunt, and then he had more blunts, and then we never really spoke about it again that night. It was just like the elephant in the room. And everything just went downhill. It's just, I don't know what happened on his side. I was on my own a lot, puking on my own, going to the doctor on my own. It was just, I didn't want to do that on my own. I took 2 pills and it comes out like a period, but it doesn't feel like one. It was very tough for me. I didn't want to be touched in that week. I didn't want anybody to come near me. I didn't want to see my sister, my mom. I didn't want to see him. I was alone for that week, and I just wanted to let me rejuvenate on my own. And then if you see me after the week, hopefully I'll be the person that I was before, because I knew this was going to change me. Because I don't hate kids. I actually love kids, and I want children. Just not under these type of circumstances.
But thank you so much for sharing with us.
I feel that this culture is wrong. The blesser, as the older person who should know better, I think is in the wrong more. As Thuso, I do not agree with the culture at all. Because I also like getting in the mind of people. I like to understand why you do what you do before I judge as well. Because people have different motivations.
Hi, guys. Thuso, how?
I'm Serge.
Thuso.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I just want to understand, like, from your point of view, like, how you got into this, why you got into this.
Yes, I think I love the gifts, obviously, but it's not really all about it. People know him as the international blesser, you know? But you get to know him personally, you'll see that there's more behind that international blesser kind of image.
Just in terms of the rules of the game, can you please just talk me through those?
Okay, in time of qualification, there's a couple of levels that we call. Level 0 is love, is mean, you just give me love, you don't get nothing. Level 1, you qualify for airtime. What I mean airtime, we have a certain student who just call you for airtime. We have a level 2, who sometimes they qualify for Brazilian hair, you know. We have a level 3 who qualify for iPhone. It depends on what type of iPhone. It can be 6, can be 7. If I see you're in a certain level where I put you, I get you iPhone 7 Plus, because that's where the level that you stand for. There is a level 4, those who qualify to travel, to go to Dubai. When I go my meeting, you're always around me. When you are with me, doesn't matter if I have 5 blessings or 10 blessings, you cannot see any man. If you see any man during my time, if I find about it, I think your contract is already expired.
Okay.
You understand?
What level are you? Do you know?
No, I don't really.
Can I give you a level? Let me respond on the behalf.
Okay.
She really qualified on the level 4. You understand the way she can be able to travel.
Trips.
You understand, to go for shoppings. Like the way you see her, the way she look, she's very hot and very decent.
It's actually bull. I wouldn't advise anyone to do it. I have done it. It is not a great idea. Because at the end of it, you end up with nothing. Literally nothing. And by nothing, I mean you have no pride, you have no dignity, nothing.
And then family-wise, like, everybody knows that this is the path that you've chosen.
I don't think everybody's proud about
the lifestyle.
Yeah.
There's no long-term thing for this.
No.
Right, so it's not really going anywhere. It's just for the moment.
It's emotionally breaking sometimes. It's emotionally straining. I think at the end of the day is how you sit by yourself in your room and you have those thoughts of, why am I doing this? Is it worth it?
What's the answer to that? Have you given yourself?
No, I haven't given myself that answer.
Having spoken to Khao, there are mind games at play. He obviously has the power. She understands that
And it is a game of submissions. Whether she likes it or not, she has to do what he says because he is her blesser. It's complicated. She definitely did become more uncomfortable as I asked more questions because then she was forced to face herself. And some realities that maybe she was trying to not be aware of came to the fore.
He started speaking about, like, would I mind having sex? And I told him I'm not comfortable with it. I wasn't comfortable. And then, like, he would be like, okay, and then I think we need to break up. And I would be, okay, it's fine. Yeah, and then we just argued and kept arguing and arguing. And then he just told me to undress myself. And then he locked the doors and I was so scared. So I just wanted him to open for me. And yeah, and then it happened. Because he was my boyfriend that time, I didn't consider it as rape. People outside would say, how can a boyfriend rape you? I felt awful and dirty. And I felt like an easy target. We stayed together after. I really don't know why. When I left him, he became more obsessed. It's like he started stalking me. Sometimes he even sends like small kids to me to come tell me that he's not done with me yet. The last time I saw him, it was on a Saturday evening. I came home a bit late. He was standing on the step, and then he just pointed me with a gun. He didn't say anything. He just stood there, pointing me.
This is the first time that Shuga is bringing abortion into the storyline because it is legal in South Africa. But then if we look at what is happening in the service providing sphere, like, you know, the hospitals, the clinics, women are not given that choice, you know. When a woman comes into a hospital or a clinic looking for that service, they must get counseled, you know.
What is the legal period at which it stops being legal to have an abortion?
It's at 20 weeks.
Obviously, then people are turning to illegal means beyond that.
You see the posters of where to get their illegal abortion. You
All
don't
over.
get a lot of information on where to get the safe one.
Yeah. People do not know where to go right now. So even if you Google getting an abortion in Pretoria, apart from Mari Stopes, what's going to come up, it's also the illegal providers because they're saturating the internet, you know? So there's no information on where the actual safe services can be acquired.
There's posters everywhere, like abortion, painless, and all that. I was like, okay, I'm out of options. So I took the numbers, I called, and then a guy said I should like come to Nigel. He lives at Nigel. So he gave me like 8 pills. And then he said 4 of them I can swallow, and 4 of them I have to like stick them up my vagina. And then I just asked them, I'm like, okay, will I die or anything? He's like, well, anything can happen. On Saturday morning, it was in the morning, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 a.m. I started like feeling this drastic pain. It was like so painful. And then so I didn't want to scream or anything because, you know, my dad's in the other room and of course he didn't know what was going on. And then after like an hour or so, I started bleeding a lot. You know, like my sheets were like red. I bled for like a month or so. Sometimes I like think about it and I just feel like this horrible person, but I had to do it.
When we were having lunch and he said all those things, you feel small, a bit small. I saw that he's trying to belittle me. He's trying to break me down. I think maybe that's how he tends to keep girls around. I think it's time for me to it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to be my own woman.
Now, I need to get your help. So I just decided to go out and find some help. It's for myself. I need to start getting better now so that my life can move on. So I just want to get out of this place.
I don't think anyone can get over an abortion like very easily.
I'm glad I got the option. To be honest, I don't think I would have been in a good space right now if I had had the baby.
I think it's time that we, as the people who are bringing the stories, change the everyday narrative of the African woman, and that's exactly what Shuga is doing.
If you have been affected by any of the issues raised in the show, please call 0860 995 085. Terms and conditions apply. Go to mtvshuga.com for more information.